So we are back with a brand new episode of the Toronto Blue Jays franchise mode here in MLB The Show 16. So today, you have a huge match between the ALDS matchup between the Blue Jays and the Boston Red Sox here in Fenway Park. So Fenway Park, one of the worst ballparks to play in for an opponent. It's one of the best parks, obviously, in the history of the game. But it's just terrible for any other team to play in, because that one big thing, it's a huge factor for any team, and that's the Green Monster. The Green Monster takes away tons of home runs, even for the Red Sox sometimes. It destroys some of their chances to get home runs. But for us, for a home run hitting ball club, we gotta go and somehow beat the Green Monster while beating the Boston Red Sox. But today our starters, we have Eric Hayes, 6'5", 22 years old, 1-year pro, whereas the other team, they have a guy who's like 5 times the amount of experience that Eric Hayes has in the playoffs. So when it comes to postseason stats, though, for our team, our lineup, we have Byron Buxton, Steve Castro, Donaldson, Myers, Peterson, Tulo, and Cespedes. A great overall lineup. We're facing off against the lefty Eduardo Rodriguez. Rodriguez is 6'2", 27 years old, 210 pounds, and today we had to go and beat him up, though. Just destroy anything that he throws at us. And today we have our man Byron Buxton leading us off today. Buxton's going to hit a single right down the middle, and finally we get a single to start off a game. And I don't know how many games in a row, though. Finally, we get a single over man or leadoff hitter, Byron Buxton. But today, our second man on the lineup here is Steve Castro. Castro, the best hitters in the MLB this season. He just went high in the air, deep to left field. Now it's going to go way deep and hit actually off the Green Monster. Takes away a home run, but our man Buxton's heading home. He's going to score on that slide, make it a 1-0 lead for us. After only 2 hits here on the day, so finally we get some early offense for a team that's desperately needed for a team. Because, I mean, usually you end up getting screwed over because our offense isn't working. But today, you have Donaldson with a man on second here coming on. But Donaldson drills it right down center and looks like it's going to be caught by the center fielder. And that's going to be no dice for our man, Steve Castro on second base. So still running on second, 1 out here. As Myers going to come on, hit this one right in the gap in left center field. That's easily going to be a single and more. As their man Steve Castro is heading home, he's going to score and make it a 2-0 game. Plus Will Myers slides in there for that double. So a great overall hit there by our man Will Myers. Will Myers is one of those guys, I kind of want to trade him, but at the same time, he's so good, you don't want to trade him. But not Steve Peterson. We have our man Jock Peterson coming on here, strikes out. The second out of the inning right there. So runner on second here, 2 outs for man Tulo. So in high here, deep to right field, that's going to be caught by the center fielder. That's going to end off the inning right there for the Jays. So 2-run inning, not too bad to start off this game, especially for a team that does not have offense whatsoever in some of the games we play. But the Red Sox starting lineup, they have our man Xander Bogaerts, Jackie Bradley Jr., Todd DeBow, one of the best players in the MLB right now, Mookie Betts, Yonder Alonso, Rosny Castillo, tons of great players. We're facing off against one of our best pitchers in the rotation, Eric Hayes. He's a righty, 6'5", 197 pounds, 22 years old. Not too bad of a pitcher, but I believe he is almost close to winning Rookie of the Year last year. But this start off today with the ground out right to Will Myers. He comes the first to get the first out of the inning right there. So now, second man up's gets one high in the air, deep left center field. That's going to go right off the Green Monster, then right to our man Jock Peterson. Peterson slings it to second base, but he's too late on that one. That's going to be a stand-up second there, or double there for the Red Sox. So not a good start for us today, especially considering that we got to go and protect this lead. But next man up, just went high in the air, deep to right field. That one's way back and gone. So that's a 2-run home run straight to right field. Makes it a 2-2 game here by Todd DeBow. So Todd DeBow, one of the best players in the MLB. He's 98 overall. This guy's got tons of power, and he finally used it. But next match gets right at Eric Hayes. It bounces right off him, but he guns the first. Now it's too late to be a single. So he gets hit there too, just pretty surprising. Hopefully he's okay on that one, because he got hit pretty decently. But next man up, drills one right to left field, right down the left field line for a single and more. We hold a man to second base. It's runners on second to first here with 2 outs in this inning. So we gotta go get it out here as next man up grounds it right to Donaldson. Donaldson just gonna take his time and gun it to first, gets the out to end off the inning right there for the Jays defense. So a 2-2 game here right after that home run by Todd DeBow. But our next man up is Cespedes on the offense. He guns one right to left field for a single. So Cespedes gets on here. Now our next man up is Dan Murphy, but Dan Murphy swings and misses, and that's gonna be a strikeout for the first out of the inning right there. So next man up is our man Jamie Arias. Arias waits as we're gonna try and steal second base, but Cespedes way too late on that one, and he's out on that steal. So now it's gonna leave us 2 outs, nobody on for that stupid mistake there by Cespedes to run on the Red Sox. But Jamie Arias, he gets a base hit though as he goes and makes the right fielder tumble there. And now finally we get a man on here in this inning. Hopefully don't go get blasted by trying to run. But next man up is Buxton. A perfect bunt right there, but it's going to go and bounce off the first baseman's glove for a single. So that's basically saves it right there for a single right there. Now next man up is going to be Castro. Castro cuts it right down right down the middle there for a single. Now we're trying to head home here, and it looks like Arias way too slow now, and he gets out throwing a home plate there, and that's going to end off the Jays offense right there. So as long-time Red Sox player Dustin Pedroia, second baseman, coming on here to go and start off the Red Sox sitting right here for the Red Sox, but he's going to start off by swinging and missing on that one in the dirt. We're just going to go and get the strikeout to complete that one by throwing it first. So a strikeout there by Eric Hayes. I believe it might have been his second, or it might have been his first or second strikeout of the day. But next man up's gonna grind right to Will Myers. Will Myers takes his time, guns to first, gets the out, and that's gonna quickly end off the inning right there. So easy inning right there, 1-2-3 inning for the Jays. As now we're gonna head to the top of the third inning here with our man Will Myers coming up. Will Myers hits it right to the shortstop. The shortstop messes that one up as that bounces off his glove, and that's gonna be a single for Will Myers on that one. So Will Myers is getting pretty lucky here, getting that single right off that second baseman's glove. But next man up is Jock Peterson. Peterson drills that one into left field, right down the left field line for a single and possibly more. As he's running to second, he's gonna be on time at second base for a double. So a perfect double there by Jock Peterson. Gets our runners on third and second here with only, I believe, one out here in this inning. So a perfectly placed hit there by Peterson. I thought for sure it'd be foul, but just enough precision on that one. As two hits this inning with Matt on second base now. As Cespedes hits it right to the third baseman. Third baseman makes a perfect play right there. Guns into first, gets the out to end off the Jays offense right there. So a perfect play there by the third baseman. I believe it's Martin Parado. And that's gonna make us head to the bottom of the third inning here. His first man up, grounds it right to Will Myers. Will Myers on the run, throws to first, gets the out for the first out of the inning right there. So perfect play there by our second baseman Will Myers. I love seeing the second baseman in the motion though when they make those throws. Pretty crazy to see that. But next man up's gonna swing and miss on that slider inside right there for the strikeout by Eric Hayes. Eric Hayes, yeah, when he's on fire though, he can go and swing some pretty good fastballs. But next man up swings and misses on that slider. That's Mookie Betts. He's sitting down. And that's gonna end off thing right there on back-to-back strikeouts by our ace, our stud, Eric Hayes. Eric Hayes having a great day so far. But our first man up on the fourth inning is Byron Buxton. Buxton is pretty fast now and actually outruns the arm of the second baseman, which makes him get a single on that one. So pretty good to see that. Now a run on first here, 2 outs for Steve Castro. Steve Castro just went right down center field, but that's caught there by the center fielder. That's gonna end off the Jays offense right there. So 9 hits so far on the day for us, going into the bottom of the fourth. Pretty good offense today so far. But next man's gonna hit this one high in the air, deep to left field. That one's way back, and gone. So they drew this one right at the ballpark, and now it's gonna make it a 3-3 game here, all type of 3-piece for the Red Sox. So perfect hit home run there by the Red Sox. Now ties this game up once again, so not really good for us. But first man up's gonna strike out there after that home run. And the next man up, this one high in the air, deep to right field. That one's way back. And opposite field, gone, a home run. So another home run, they're back-to-back home run. Well, not back-to-back, but 2 home runs in this inning by the Red Sox. And now they take a lead 4-3 in this game. So Blake Swihart gets it, drills it deep, 395 feet deep, to make it a 4-3 game for them in this ball game. So not good for us. I don't know why Eric Hayes, he's losing his grip, in the baseball. Letting those 2 home runs in this inning, and it's just not good for us. Our offense is to make a comeback here and actually get hits and get runs, because we're getting hits today. Just got to get the runs here. But now a run on first here, 1 out. But next man's going to strike out on that slider inside the zone for the second out of the inning right there. So finally, making a comeback, in this inning. Next man up's grounded right to Donaldson. Donaldson just gets a force out on second base. That's going to end off that horrid inning for us right there. So not a good inning whatsoever. We got to forget about that one. Move on. Hitting the top of the 5th inning for Jock Peterson and the Jays. Jock Peterson is going to have to get it right to the pitcher. The pitcher on the run gets the out, and that's going to end off the inning right there for the Jays. So our offense is not doing anything so far after that, letting up those 2 home runs. But at least Eric Hayes making somewhat of a comeback there. Strikes out the first batter right there. Now only one here. Todd DeBow, the man, hit the 2-run shot in the first inning. But Todd just went right down center, and that's going to go way deep right to our man Buxton for the second out of the inning right there. So at least Todd DeBow, he's not doing well. His next man up for the 3rd batter in the row. But he's going to run right to Will Myers. Will Myers on the run, throws to first, and that's going to be late on that one. So 2 late on that one. Mookie Betts outruns the arm of Will Myers. Now to run on first with 2 outs. But next man up swings, misses on that 2-seamer right down in the zone. That's going to end off the Red Sox offense inning right there. As when it comes to hits though, 9-7 for us in our favor. We still have 9, they have 7, and they have a lead 4-3. I think the top of the 6th inning right there, you have Tandem Murphy hit this one high and deep, right to left field. Now it's going to hang up just a bit for the left fielder to catch that one. That's going to end off the right there once again for us. Our offense not doing anything ever since laying up those 2 home runs, but bottom of the 6th, the Jills run right down center for a base hit. So that's not good for us, as now there's a run on first here with 0 outs for Blake Swihart, the man hit that solo shot in the 4th. coming on your Blake. Gonna get a broken bat there right to Donaldson. Donaldson on the run's gonna gun to first, and someone get the out for the perfect defensive play there by Josh Donaldson. Donaldson, we still have him, we re-signed him just based on the fact that he's got amazing defense and amazing offense. This has that leadership capabilities that is love in his game as Josh Donaldson. It's the perfect play on the run there, and that's basically the reason why Josh Donaldson is still Blue Jay in this franchise mode. So when we're here in the inning with man on second base here in scoring position, but they get grounded right into the right field. That's going to be a base hit, and they're going to hold up the runner on third base, make it runners on the corners here with only 1-0 here in this inning. So not good for us, as now we're in a situation here we have to get a strikeout or a double play here with Martin Prado on. Martin get hit right to our first baseman, but he cannot get the tag, I guess. It's going to make it a runners on the corners here, 2 outs in this inning for the Red Sox. But next man up, it's up behind the air, deep to center field. That's going to go way back, but hang up just a bit for Matt Buxton. Buxton makes the catch, gets the out, and off the inning right there for the Red Sox offense. So we're close to laying up runs there, but still 9-9 when it comes to hits, as now you have Jamie Ayers coming on here. But Jamie Ayers grabs it right to the shortstop there. They throw it first, get the out for the first out of the inning right there. So not good for us. 1-0 here in this inning for the Jays as our man Buxton coming on. But Buxton finally gets in the left field there for a single. And finally we actually have a single ever since, what is it, like the 4th or 5th inning. So we finally get on here with Anthony Vivaro coming on near the righty in relief. Anthony Vivaro, 35 years old, 6 feet tall. We gotta go and just destroy every single pitch he has. As Donaldson's coming on. Donaldson, it's a right to the first baseman. The first baseman dives, gets steps on first, gets the out. That's gonna end off the inning right there for the Jays. So our offense not doing anything so far. Fernando Salas coming on in relief for Eric Hayes. He's a righty, 34 years old, 200 pounds, and 6'2" when it comes to his height. So he's not too bad of a player though, even though he could be 200 years old, just the fact that how old he is in baseball. But he's gonna let a hit single right in left field. And now as we runners on first base with 0 outs this inning for the Red Sox. So not good for us, as once again we're laying up base hits. But Josh Donaldson, good defense right there, trying to go and force the double play, but we're too late on the first base one. But at least we get the force out at second to make it a 1-0 here in this inning for the Red Sox. For their next man, Mookie Betts here coming on, 1 for 3 in the day so far, getting a single in the 5th. But Mookie hit it right down the left field line, perfect position right there for a single and possibly more, as we hold up the runner at first base, but they run into third. They make it runners on the corners here with 1-0. We've actually now 2 outs here in this inning, as next man up to swing and miss on that 4-seam fastball out of the zone. That's going to end off thing right there for the Jays off a strikeout by Fernando Salas. So Salas, he's stepping up big in this inning. You want him to go and maintain that 1-run deficit. Will Myers sends one right in the right center field gap for a base hit and possibly more. Will Myers running first, he's heading to second here. Could he go and get a double? And he's easily going to get a standout double on that perfect play there by Will Myers. Will Myers stepping up big here. We need him to go and get that base hit. We do, with him even getting a double in fact too. So now runner on second base here with 0 outs for our man Jock Peterson. Peterson, it's been high in the air, deep to left center field. That one's carrying, that one's back, and that one is sayonara baseball. This one is a 5-4 game for the Blue Jays. A 2-run shot straight to left field over the Green Monster makes them a lead in the 8th for our Toronto Blue Jays. So perfect home run there by Peterson, his first home run of the postseason, 355 feet deep over that Green Monster. So perfect play, perfect way to come back in this inning. Now he's going to keep pounding on the Red Sox, and I believe it's almost out of the ballpark there, as now Mike Dunn coming on here. He's a lefty, 34 years old, 6 feet tall. We gotta destroy him too. We gotta go and treat him like crap like we did the last pitcher. But next matchup is Tulo. Tulo drills one high and deep to center field. That one's gonna go and just hang up just a bit right to the center fielder for the out to make it 2 outs in the inning for the Jays. And we got one man coming on here, Daniel Murphy, 0 for 3 in the day so far. Let's see what he can do.
High and deep to straightaway right. Castillo going back, still ranging back, and that is into the visitors' bullpen, a home run. A solo shot there for Daniel Murphy. His first homer here in the series, and it's now 6-4.
Might that home run turn out to be in the
Side B's Daniel Murphy makes it win a 6-4 game for the Jays, and finally our offense, a 2-run lead so far in the 8th, is not too shabby, as Jamie Ayers gets on base here, the single right down center. So our offense finally clicking in the 8th inning. Ever since the 4th we couldn't do anything, but finally 4 innings later our offense actually working once again. So now runner on first base with 2 outs, but Byron Buxton grounds over the second baseman or the shortstop. They flip it to second, get the out to end off that horrid inning for them right there. So now we have a 6-4 lead here coming in to the bottom of the 8th inning. We have Pedro Baez coming on here. Gotta be clutch here. Now there's 0 runners on base here. They flip this one right to left field for a base hit. So not good for us. A runner on first base, 0 outs. We gotta go It's too much to shut down this runner to make this one still a 2-run lead for us. But next bat up, so runner first year 0, it's sitting for the Red Sox here. But next bat up, grabs right to the first baseman. The first baseman, we're just gonna go flip this one right to second, try and get the out at second too, but too late on that one. Now runner on second base here with only one out here in this inning. So now brings up Martin Prado. Martin, we gotta shut him down here, but he hits him high in the air, deep to right center, right field to be caught there. But for some reason, Jonas Cespedes messes up on that one. That's going to make him advance to third base on that one. So runners on the corners here. Only one out is Roland Marquez coming on for base running. And Xander Bogaerts coming on. 0 for 4 in the day so far. Runners on the corners here, 1 out. But our man Xander, watch as he gets struck out on that pitch right in the zone. And that's going to make it 2 outs to sink for the Red Sox runners on the corners. So Pedro Baez clutching that one. Now he needs to get the out right here. And he can be clutch even more. And he's going to strike with the very next batter to end off the 8th right there. So perfect play there by Pedro Baez. Takes to the top of the 9th inning here. Rob Green coming on for the Red Sox, coming pitch for them. And James McCann here coming on to go and play catcher for the Red Sox. As our man, it looks like Steve Castro coming on here to go and lead us off in the top of the 9th. 2 for 4 in the day so far, not too bad. But Steve grabs it right to the shortstop, throws the first, gets the out, and that's going to get the first out of the 9th right there for the Red Sox. So they can try and shut us down here, not try and make us not score any more runs here as our man Donaldson's coming on. Donaldson, so in the air, in right field for a base hit. So finally, we get on base here in the 9th, the runner on first base with the 1 out here in the inning for the Blue Jays. So Josh Jones, a perfect day so far on the day. He's playing very well and exactly what we needed in this ball game. As Will Myers coming on here, 3 for 4 on the day, 2 doubles, 1 single. Why not see another double here in this game? As Will Myers, let's see what he can do here.
Oh, and he leaves the fastball up there. Mistaken location. He is going to pay for it dearly as that ball is sent over the wall. A home run.
Will Myers can't even say anything after that home run. Finally, our offense so big, but here's Jock Peterson coming on here. Let's go and see his highlights so far on the day. He's a beast. The Red Sox are scared of him, but right now, it's gonna hit a bobbler right to the pitcher. The pitcher throws the first, gets the out, and that's gonna be the second out of the 9th right there. So Rob Green getting beat up here by Will Myers, and now Tulo gonna come on here. They're just gonna hit it right to the shortstop. Shortstop flips it first, gets the out, and it's gonna end off the top of the 9th inning for the Jays right there. But now our catcher Roberto Osuna here coming on here to go and shut down these Red Sox. Hopefully you hear Osuna Matata at the end of the ball game. But Osuna starts off, he can fly out right into center fielder for the out, the first out of the 9th right there. So one man sits down here, and now we have 2 more outs to go and end off the first ALDS game right here in Boston. But now Alonso coming on here, 2 outs this inning. Let's go see what Yonder can do, being 2 for 4 on the day so far with a home run. Let's see what he can do. He just gets it right in the air to Will Myers. Will Myers makes a perfect catch there. That's going to be ball game for the Jays, and they win 8-4 here in Boston in Fenway Park. We take this W once again. We take a 2-0 lead here in the LDS against the Boston Red Sox. So number 1 AL East, Boston Red Sox takes an L here in Boston, and we finally take a 2-0 edge here. A pretty good lead, I guess, in the LDS right there. So we can have one more win until we move on to the LCS once again. So a perfect game right here. But I guess on this episode off here, make sure to subscribe for more Blue Jays Franchise Mode. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.